Hello and welcome to my channel. I am the Motorcycle Gene. It's Gene here, and today we're going to be installing crash bars or engine guards on my 2024 Suzuki V Strom 650. This should be the same instructions for 2017 through 2024. So stick around and I'll show you how we're going to install them. Also, before we get started, if you like content like this, and especially if you're into V-Stroms, subscribe to my channel. We'll have a lot more V-Strom content coming up. Here's all the tools you're going to need for this project. You're going to need a couple of ratchets. You're going to need a couple of 17mm sockets. You're going to need a 6mm torque. Not Torx, but 6mm hex bit. You're going to need a torque wrench. And you're going to need thread locker. Not the permanent thread locker, because you might want to take these out again someday, but the removable thread locker. First thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to remove this engine bolt. You're going to have to hold it on the other side while you loosen it on this side. So you're going to need a 17mm wrench on one side, and you're going to need a 17mm wrench on the other side. Next thing you're going to need to do is remove this front bolt here on this mount, and it's going to require a 6mm Allen. You're going to have to do the kickstand side first. You're going to put this big bolt, long bolt through. Then you're going to put two of these little washers. You're going to put two of these washers and then this big barrel. You're going to stick it back to the hole. For the top bolt, you're going to need a washer on it, and you're going to stick it through, and you use a smaller barrel. At this point, we're going to put thread locker on the front bolt. Now we're going to switch over to this to the exhaust side. And remove this front bolt. This point on this bolt coming through, you're going to put a barrel, and then you're going to put a washer. You might wind up with an additional spacer or two in your kit. It comes with extra. But the important thing is you want there to be a gap in between this arm and the bike. You don't want it to be resting on this. You want there to be a gap. I somehow didn't record installing the other side, but once you put that barrel and the washer on the bolt coming through, the installation is the same as the other side was. Where the front side, you're going to put a washer on the bolt. You're going to put the bolt through, and you're going to use that barrel. And you're going to use thread locker on the front bolt. And then before you put the nut on the bolt coming through, you're going to put thread locker on it as well. Now you have these rubber gaskets that you are going to put on. You're going to put it on the ones with the hole, you're going to put it on these sides, and the ones that are flat, you're going to put it on these. If you feel on the back side of this right here, there's a little hole, and that is where these are going to fit in the hole. And you're going to use these last two bolts here. Okay, torque specs. This one here, these on here on this bar going across, they're 23 Nm. These up here on top, these are 35 Nm. And this big one here is 93 Nm. The paperwork said you needed a 14mm wrench. There wasn't any of this 14mm. So what you really need is two different ratchets with 17mm sockets and a 6mm Allen key. That's really all you need. Anyhow, that was pretty simple, straightforward instructions. If you have any questions, let me know. If this was helpful at all to you, please click like. And if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.